Okay, we're back in the studio, and I wanted to talk about something that it was an experiment that I did this spring. Welcome to the home of videos for dailycreatives.com. Let's get back to creating and making just for the fun of it. Connecting to nature, we can achieve a balance, a sense of mindfulness and calm. Join me to discover and create a life you don't need a vacation from. All the receipts and paperwork and all that stuff you're supposed to keep for 7 years, I shredded up, and then I had this bright idea to make paper out of it. Turned out to be more like cardboard. It was a massive sheet that my husband helped build for me, and I can see little bits of things, like little bits of checks and interesting things. In fact, because it was in the spring, these are cherry blossoms. Just little bits that are embedded into this. I don't think it's very stable. It feels very, there's no binder in it or glue or anything. So what I've done with it is glued it to things, whereby I hope to provide a little bit of stability and longevity. I'm not sure that that's going to work, but it's been a really fun experiment. In this book, it's the outside cover of pages that are craft paper, leftover garbage or carrier bags from my lunches. This one is my wedding fabric for my wedding dress, and then it's sewn, actually double-sided fusing and then sewn around the outside edges to try and keep the edges from breaking off. And then when I was in my Maywa class, this one is a piece of beautiful fabric that they gave us, ready to go like this. Again, double-sided fusing and then stitched all around the outside. I think it's really, really cool. Today, I have decided to recycle all these papers. And I'm thinking of doing something like making handmade paper, but I'm going to shred it. And then I'm wondering if I could use the principles for making paper mache so that I don't have to build something specially for this. Let's see. Okay, the next step is to get this all wet and let it soak and let the paper fibers start to break down. So I'm in the kitchen because I'm going to use hot water from the tap. Okay, we got a few things going on here. We have the pump to the hot tub you can hear in the background. The screws that are going into the frame, and salt that's going in to add some sort of sterilization, I guess. I don't know, I read that online. Now we get in here again. So gross. Okay, so this is going to be the screen. Obviously, this would be a humongous piece of paper, but I think the depth of it is going to be dependent on how much of the slurry I just put in here, and then kind of try and let it dry and blot it at the same time to make it as flat as possible, and potentially have a whole bunch of interesting cherry blossoms dropping into it, which is going to happen. That's just sort of the risk you run of doing a project like this outside. And this is not at all what the internet says. Well, I mean, roughly it is, but this is not screen. This is weed mat. So the water will eventually go through here. I'm just sort of counting on the fact that the sun's going to let this dry in the amount of hours we have left in today before it's nighttime. And then I don't know what we're going to do. Leave it outside. If it's still not dry, we don't really have much choice. Hadn't really thought about that. We'll see. Ew. It's really thick. Actually, this could probably make quite a few. I should probably start smoothing it out a little bit. You think the crow's gonna try and help us here?
It'll be in there. The crow will have to investigate, I'm sure. Looks like it's going to be pretty thick. The finished product is going to be very large dimension paper.
Holes in it right now, so I have to kind of.
So how much of it is now on the table?
Half, maybe?
I would dump it all in and see how it levels out.
Well, it'll just be like way too thick. It'll never dry if I'm. But you can see like there's not enough, right? It's like there's holes. This is like the biggest piece of paper ever. I guess. Do we have a big sponge? That would be probably helpful. I can see how like I can't really make it flat until I can. Like this is just a lot of water in here. It's funny, all the little bits of our life. You'll be able to see there's little words here, like little evidence of like checks and
is there anything from the
pay stubs.
Tax people about an audit? Is there any lawsuit papers in there?
Nope. There was a speeding ticket, but it was plastic, so it had to go. So it was a good idea to make a frame. Because if we hadn't made a frame, it just would have ran all over the place.
There's so much that if you just press it flat, you'll suck up a ton of water.
Do you see how much water there is here?
Yeah.
So if you had door screen, whoo, there's a lot here.
That's helping though.
Mm-hmm. Well, it would be necessary. This would take weeks to dry if you didn't do this. It's going to be interesting. It's kind of like confetti. Okay, now let's see. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. Thanks for watching the process. It was a lot of fun and I learned a lot. And next time when I want to make something so interesting, I think I'll make sure and put the right glues, maybe do a bit of research. I'll put some links in the description box below. And in fact, head over to dailycreatives.com and all week I'll be looking at people that are making paper by hand. See you over there.